Hello class, so in this chapter, or in this topic rather, in this video, we'll be studying mixed problems or differential equations of order 1 kung saan hindi pre-identified yung method na kailangan natin gamitin. So for this part, this is more of like parang hindi natin to masyadong pagfo-focusan or hindi ko masyadong ipapagawa sa inyo kasi medyo mahirap siya talaga itong part na to. Ito lang ay ibang paraan kung paano tayo mag-solve kumbaga ng differential equations, or how do we find the solution for differential equations. So medyo papahapyawan lang natin tong chapter na to kasi mahirap siya talaga, and yun nga, hindi naman siya talaga sobrang kailangan because in the future, I will be teaching you easier ways to solve for differential equations. But yun, importante pa rin syempre na i-discuss natin to para ma-familiarize kayo. So for this chapter or topic, we will be discussing 3 different methods for solving differential equations. Now, itong mga equations na to, ay, ayun nga, medyo iba-iba siya, tapos mahirap talagang isolve. And sobrang hahaba ng mga solution. So, since mahaba yung solution niya, tinry kong gawa ng PowerPoint, hindi ko mapagkasya or nahirapan akong maging maganda siya tingnan kapag naka-PowerPoint. So, mag-ano na lang tayo, direkta from the PDF that I gave you. Ayan. So, the first we're going to discuss is the integrating factors found by inspection. So, obvious na obvious sa pangalan pa lang. Ang gagawin daw natin dito is we will look for the integrating factors by observing, analyzing, trying to manipulate the equation. So, in many differential equations, there are what we call as exact differential. So, this is different from exact differential equations. And they occur frequently, meaning may mga exact differential na madalas lumalabas sila doon sa sa differential equation. In multivariate calculus, a differential is said to be exact if or perfect if it is on the form dq for some differentiable function q. If we have a differential function q and meron tayong existing na dq, then that is an exact differential. O example, para malinaw. We have this differential equation, y dx plus x plus 3y squared dy is equal to 0. So, the equation above is an exact differential equation. Thus, pwede natin gamitin yung pag-solve sa problem natin ng differential equation, ng exact differential equation. Di ba yung alin dun sa 5 method na diniscuss natin? However, pag in-expand natin to, minultiply natin yung dy sa x saka sa 3y squared, we will have y dx plus x dy plus 3y squared dy is equal to 0. And we will notice, class, that we have this term, x dy plus, y dx plus x dy. Hindi ba familiar? Di ba familiar siya because y dx plus x dy is actually the derivative of xy. So thus, when integrated, pag in-integrate natin tong y dx plus x dy, dapat equal yan dito. Tama? Kasi kapag dinifferentiate natin yung xy, equal dito. Ang integration is the opposite of differentiation. So therefore, kapag in-integrate natin to, that bumalik tayo dito. So therefore, ito class yung q natin. And this one is our dq. And this is an exact differential. Kung ganun yung case, ito yung q natin, palitan na lang natin siya ng dxy. So, we replace y dx with dxy. Now, the resulting expression, class, will be dxy, or derivative of xy, plus 3y squared dy is equal to 0. Kung titingnan natin, we can directly integrate this equation. Hindi natin kailangan i-apply yung ibang method na pwede natin gawin. So, integral of dxy. So, mawawala na yung integration tsaka yung derivative na to, matitira na lang is xy. And then the integral of 3y squared is y cubed. Then equal to c, which is our arbitrary constant. So in the same manner, kung meron tayong initial values or initial conditions na binigay, you can solve for the particular solution. But since wala tayong given na initial conditions, we only have the general solution. Now, this is the table of the frequently occurring differentials. And aside from dito, marami pang pwede. We need to be creative, kumbaga, kapag hinahanap natin yung mga exact differential sa isang equation. So, yung mga common natin, so ito, x dy plus y dx. Ang exact differential natin dyan is direkta. dxy is equal to x dy plus y dx. Now, ito naman, y dx minus x dy. On itself, this is not integrable. Or hindi siya, diba? Hindi siya exact differential. But what we can do is multiply it to its integrating factor. As we have discussed last time, the integrating factor is a function, an expression, wherein kapag binultiply mo yung isang equation, magiging integrable siya. So, for this case, we have y dx minus x dy, hindi yan integrable. But if we can multiply it down to 1 over y squared, it will become an exact differential. So, pag minultiply mo yan, x dx minus x dy, y dx minus x dy times 1 over y squared, ang lalabas is y dx minus x dy over y squared. And we know that this is the differential or the derivative of x over y. So therefore, kung makikita natin to sa equation, pwede natin siyang palitan ng dx over y. So tuloy lang natin. Ayun, if nakita rin natin yan, pwede rin na sa negative 1 over x squared naman natin siya i-multiply para derivative of dy over dx naman yung meron tayo. We can also have ln. Kapag meron tayo nito, ang integrating factor niya is possibly 1 over xy. And ito yung mag-arrive na equation, and it is an exact differential that can be expressed as d ln y over x. Again, pag meron pa ulit niyan, kung kaya mong i-multiply siya sa 1 over x squared plus y squared, this is the resulting equation, and it is the derivative of arctangent y over x. So, and so on and so forth. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na medyo kailangan tayong maging innovative when it comes to finding or trying to find the exact differential. So, yun nga, if we find this group of terms, makikita natin itong mga group of terms na to, i-multiply lang natin siya dun sa integrating factor niya, makukuha natin yung final answer. So, syempre, hindi lagi-lagi na basta-basta i-multiply mo lang. Dapat titingnan mo rin sa equation kung kapag minultiply mo ba, baka naman yung ibang terms yung maapektuhan. Examples. So, we have y, 2xy plus 1 dx minus x dy is equal to 0. So, expand natin siya para makakita tayo ng mga familiar na mga group of terms. So, ang kinalabasan is ito, class. Nung nakita natin, ito kanina pa lumalabas tong y dx over x dy. So, ito ngayon yung sinasabi ko. Ang dami-dami kasi dito na pwede mong i-multiply sa y dx times x dy. Now, ang tanong, alin dyan yung gagamitin mo? Hindi basta-basta, pili ka lang ng kahit ano, tapos yun na agad. You must check kung ano yung magiging maganda wherein lahat ng terms magiging directly integrable. Ayan. Kasi diba, pag ang ginawa natin, minultiply ko sa 1 over negative x squared. So, itong term na to, magkakaroon siya ng 1 over negative x squared. So, okay naman kasi naka-dx. Kaso, yung y squared, hindi naman nawala. But in the table, we also see that we can multiply this term to 1 over y squared. And kapag minultiply natin yung whole equation to 1 over y squared, mawawala yung y squared na to dito. At kapag nawala yan, directly integrable na rin si 2x dx. So that is why, divide na lang natin yung whole equation by y squared or by the integrating factor 1 over y squared. We will arrive at 2x dx plus y dx minus x dy over y squared is equal to 0. But y dx minus x dy over y squared is the exact differential of x over y. So therefore, pwede nating palitan to ng ganito. And then, this is already directly integrable. So integral ng 2x dx is x squared. Integral nito is just x over y is equal to c. And we can multiply the whole equation by y. Ito yung lalabas. Next, number 2. Ito medyo mahirap to. So we have x cubed plus xy squared minus y times dx plus y cubed plus x squared y plus x dy is equal to 0. So, kung titingnan natin, the group of terms natin is a mix of the independent or the mix of y and x multiplied to dx and to dy. Excuse me. So, kung ganun yung case, at integration tayo, or integrating factors by inspection, then it's better na pag multiply natin sila. Kasi nga, di ba, dun sa mga group of terms dun sa taas, magkakasama yung y tsaka dx, tapos x tsaka dy. So, pag samasamahin, gawin natin na kasi similar dun sa format nung nasa taas. So, distribute natin. So, ito yung kinalabasan. We have x cubed times dx, xy squared times dx, and then y times dx, plus y cubed times dy. Ito yon. X squared y dy. Ito siya. And x dy. Ito yon. So, pag group-groupin na natin kung ano yung medyo familiar natin. So, usually, dapat y dx saka x dy pag samasamahin natin. So, in this case, ang ginawa natin, si x squared dx, ito siya, sinama natin siya kay x squared y dy, which is ito. So, ito yon. Plus, we have yung y cubed dy, which is this one. Lagay natin dito. Ito pala, ibahin ko yung color. Ayan, ito. Saka ito. And then we have xy squared dx, xy squared dx. Lagay natin siya dito. Tapos, we have x dy, ito siya. And then y dx, ito yon. So, nilagay natin dito. So, ito nga yung class yung ginawa natin na pag-group. Then, after class, nilabas natin dito, sa first term na to, nilabas natin yung x squared. We have x dx plus y dy. Nilabas natin yung y squared. We have y dy plus x dx plus x dx minus y dx. Kung mapapansin natin, parehas na yung equation na to. Parehas sila class na merong x dx saka parehas sila na meron na x dx plus y dy. So, ang ginawa natin class, pinactor out natin yon. And ang kinalabasan is x squared plus y squared times x dx plus y dy. And then plus yung natirang term natin na x dy minus y dx. Now, itong x dy minus y dx, this is familiar na group of terms dito. Diba? So, ang gawin natin, divide natin siya to one of the integrating factors. And kung titingnan natin, pwede natin siyang i-divide to x squared minus y squared. Kasi kapag dinivide natin yung whole equation by x squared minus y squared, pati itong x dx minus y dy, plus y dy, magiging integrable. So, doing so, we will have this equation, wala ng x squared plus y squared na nakamultiply dito, plus x dy minus y dx over x squared plus y squared. If we look at our table, this is the unexact differential. And that is the exact differential of arctangent x over y. Now, if nakita natin, x dx tsaka y dy both are directly integrable. So, pwede na nating i-solve ngayon or integrate yung buong equation natin. So, integral of x dx, that's x squared over 2. Integral of y dy, y squared over 2. Plus, the integral of the derivative of arctangent xy. So, cancel lang yung derivative tsaka yung integration operation. We will have arctangent y over x is equal to c. So, pwede na ito na answer, but we can remove the denominator, multiply lang natin sa 2 yung buong equation. So, we will have this one equal to 2c. But since arbitrary constant yan, pwedeng c na lang din yung lagay natin. And this is our final answer. So, that is integrating factors by inspection. So, next naman is the determination of integrating factors. So, kung kanina, nag-inspect lang tayo, and then may mga preset na, kumbaga, commonly appearing or frequently occurring na mga exact differentials. So, this time around, ang gagawin natin, tayo yung magde-determine ng mismong integrating factor para kapag minultiply natin yung buong equation doon, maging integrable siya. So, paano yung rules muna natin? So, yung rules natin, class, if you have a differential equation, mdx plus ndy is equal to 0, na-discuss naman natin to last time, this is how differential equations commonly occur. A function m multiplied to dx and a function n multiplied to dy. So, yung rule number 1 natin is itong rules natin na to actually is ginagamit natin siya para malaman kung ano muna yung integrating factor natin. Now, depende actually yun kung saan yung independent and dependent variables natin. So, in case na ang dependent variable mo ay y, papasok tayo sa rule 1. Ang sabi lang naman dito, if 1 over n times the partial derivative of m with respect to y minus the partial derivative of n with respect to x is just a function of x, where f of x is obviously a function of x alone, then ang integrating factor mo is e raised to f of x dx, wherein yung f of x mo na yan is this f of x din. That is your integrating factor. Yung rule number 2 naman, dito papasok kapag ang dependent variable mo ay x. Sabi dito, if 1 over m times the partial derivative of m with respect to y minus the partial derivative of n with respect to x is equal to fy, meaning it is a function of y alone, then yung integrating factor mo is e raised to the negative fy dy. So, yun lang yung rules natin. After a differential equation is multiplied to its integrating factor, the resulting new equation should be an exact differential equation which can be solved by, yun na, alin dun sa mga methods natin. Or pwede rin, katulad nung kanina, by inspection. So, ito yung step-by-step na procedure kung paano natin hinahanap yung integrating factor. So, first is, kunin muna natin yung coefficient ng dx. Alam natin na yun yung m, and then yung sa dy, yun naman yung n. Next is, hanapin natin yung partial derivative of m with respect to y, and the partial derivative of n with respect to x. Kunin natin yung difference nila. So, subtract natin sila sa isa't isa. Now, divide the result of step 3 by n. So, if the quotient is a function of x alone, use the integrating factor defined by rule 1. And then proceed na sa step 6. So, if the quotient is not a function of x alone, proceed to step 5. So, kapag dinivide mo sa n, yung number 3, yung results na nakuha mo sa number 3, at x lang yung nakuha mo, walang y na halo, it's just a function of x, then pwede mo nang kunin yung integrating factor. Proceed tayo sa step 6. But kapag hindi nangyari yon, tatry naman natin na i-divide siya sa m naman. And kapag ang nakuha natin is a function of y alone, then we can use the integrating factor in rule 2. In case na ginawa natin si step 4, tapos ginawa natin si step 5, tapos pareha na wala siyang output na, kumbaga, hindi siya function of y alone, hindi ka nakakuha ng function of x alone, then hindi tayo pwedeng maggamitin yung process of determining the integrating factor. So, humanap ka ng ibang paraan kapag ganun yung case. Now, in either way, basta napalabas mo yung yung function na either x lang or either y lang, we proceed to number 6. And that is, we multiply both sides of the given equation by the integrating factor u. So, the new equation will be um dx plus um dy is equal to 0. This new equation should be exact. And you can use either an exact equation or by inspection. So, example, we have x squared plus y squared plus 1 dx plus x times x minus 2y dy is equal to 0. So, find muna natin yung coefficients of m and n. So, ang m natin class, yung nakamultiply sa dx, that is x squared plus y squared plus 1. And yung n natin is, sorry sa typo, yung n natin is x times x minus 2y or x squared minus 2xy. Evaluate muna natin yung partial derivatives nila. Partial derivative of m with respect to y, that is 2y. Partial derivative of n with respect to x, that is 2x minus 2y. Subtract lang natin sila. Step 3 na tayo bale. So, we have 2y minus 2x minus 2y. So, mag-a-add yung 2y natin. Magiging 2x plus 4y. So, pwede rin nating i-factor out yung 2. We will have their difference is minus 2 times x minus 2y. Next, punta tayo sa step 4. That is to divide the whole equation by n. Ang n natin is x minus 2y. So, pag dinivide natin sila, ang matitira na lang class is negative 2x. So, ito yung resulting equation. Now, tingnan natin, is negative 2 over x pala, rather, a function of x alone? Yes. So, therefore, our f of x is negative 2 over x. So, kung nakuha na natin yan, po-proceed tayo sa step 6, which is to determine the integrating factor. Since pumasok tayo sa step 4, then, makukuha natin yung integrating factor by rule number 1. That is, that our integrating factor is e raised to the integral of f of x dx. Substitute natin, f of x natin is negative 2 over x. So, continue natin yung pagsasolve. We will arrive class at u is equal to e raised to negative 2 dx, dx over x, that's just ln x. Ilipat natin yung negative 2 dito. Magiging, exponent siya nung x squared. So, we will have e ln x raised to negative 2, e and ln, magka-cancel yan. We will have e raised to x raised to negative 2. So, ibig sabihin class, kapag minultiply natin, itong u na to na nakuha natin sa buong equation, dapat maging integrable yung equation natin. To be exact, magiging exact differential equation siya. So, gawin natin. I-multiply natin class. We will have x raised to negative 2 times the equation natin kanina. And kapag sinimplify natin or minultiply natin, we will arrive at ito, x squared times x squared, x raised to the negative 1 times x squared. We have 1, and then ito times y squared. We have ito. Then x raised to negative 2 times 1, x raised to the negative 2 pa din, times, tapos dx. Plus ito rin, 1 times x squared. Nasasama kasi ito, so 1. And then x squared times negative 2y. That's negative 2x raised to negative 2x raised to negative 1 times y dy. So this is our equation. Now, ang gawin natin class is try natin siyang ayusin. So we have si dx, i-multiply natin kay kay x squared. Si x squared, x raised to negative 2 y squared, multiply natin sa dx. Ito siya. Ibayin natin ang kulay. So, ito siya. And then, plus, ito rin, in-expand natin, dy minus 2x raised to negative 1, dy is equal to 0. Now, ito na nga yung class na buong equation na yan, that's an exact differential equation. So, pwede natin siyang isolve using kahit alin dun sa limang method na ginagamit natin for exact differential equation. Pero para ma-practice din or magkaroon tayo ng additional example sa by inspection, yung gawin natin. So by inspection, ang gawin natin class is i-divide natin yung whole equation by tawag dito. Kumbaga, i-simplify pala muna natin. Tanggalin natin yung mga naka-negative kasi ang hirap nung naka-negative. So, we have itong x raised to negative 2y squared. Ito siya. And then, ito naman siya. Now, kung napapansin natin, ito directly integrable na to. Ito rin directly integrable na. So, ang hindi na lang is ito. So, ito na lang pala, So, pag pinagsama natin sila class, ang lalabas is y squared dx minus 2xy dy over x squared. Now, hindi ito commonly occurring. But, if you will look closely, this is a quotient rule, wherein, yung nasa taas mo na function is y squared and yung nasa baba mong function is x. Diba? So, kung ganun yung case, we can see that this is actually an exact differential. So, we will arrive class, kung papalitan natin to ng exact differential, we will arrive at 1 plus x raised to the negative 2 dx plus dy plus d of y squared over x is equal to 0. Now, this equation is now integrable. If we integrate that, integral of dx is x, integral of x raised to negative 2 dx is equal to x raised to negative 1 over negative 1. Integral of dy is just y minus the integral of d y squared over x. O, tanggal na yung operation natin na integration because may differentiation din. We will arrive at this answer. If we further simplify it, ito, since raised to negative 1, gawin natin 1 over x plus y minus y squared times x. Tanggalin natin yung denominator na x, multiply natin yung whole equation by x. We will arrive class at x squared minus y squared plus xy minus 1 is equal to cx. Ayan. Next, we have 2y x squared minus y plus x dx plus x squared minus 2y dy is equal to 0. Identify muna natin, ito yung m, ito naman yung n natin. So therefore, this is your m. Simplify pa natin, i-expand natin siya. So we will arrive at 2x squared y minus 2y squared plus 2xy. Yung n naman natin, simple lang talaga siya. So that is x squared minus 2y. We take the partial derivatives with respect to y and x respectively. So we have partial derivative nito with respect to y. We have 2x squared minus 4y plus 2x. Ito. And then partial derivative with respect to x is just 2x. So tapos na tayo sa step 1 and 2. So step 3 tayo, subtract daw natin yung dalawa. So the difference of the two, so we have 2x squared minus 4y plus 2x minus 2x. So ito minus ito. So we will have 2x squared minus 4y. And then ilabas natin yung 2, that is 2 times x squared minus 2y. Now, ang gagawin natin is step 4, which is we will divide the equation by either 1 over n or 1 over m. So, start muna tayo with divide natin sa 1 over n. Ang n natin is x squared minus 2y. So, ito, 2 times x squared minus 2y, which is this one, divided by our n, which is x squared minus 2y. So, x squared minus 2y. Pag dinivide natin, mawawala to. So, makakancel is, ang matitira na lang ay 2. And this is a function of x alone. To be exact, that's x raised to 0 times 2. So, therefore, that is our f of x. Now, we can determine the integrating factor. So, the integrating factor is e raised to the integral of f of x, in this case is 2 dx. And we will have 2 dx, the integral of 2 dx is 2x. Diba? So, that is our integrating factor. Now, we multiply e raised to 2x to our equation. This resulting equation class should be an exact differential equation. So, we can use any method of the exact differential equation, or we can also use inspection of integrating factors. Ayan, ito medyo mahirap. So, minultiply natin yung buong equation. So, we have yung e raised to x times 2yx squared. Ito yon. So, 2yx squared times e raised to x. Ito yon. E raised to 2x pala. Huwag sabihin. And then, we have e raised to 2x times 2y and times y. So, ito naman yon. So, 2y times y times e raised to 3x is ito naman siya. Next, yung positive x na yan. So, e raised to 2x times 2y times x. Ito naman yon. Next, itong side na to, simple lang to. So, e raised to 2x times x squared. Ito siya. And then, e raised to 2x times 2y, ito siya, negative 2e raised to 2xy times dy is equal to 0. Yan. Next na ginawa natin is, pinag-group lang natin, or pinaghiwa-hiwalay lang natin yung pwede natin paghiwalayan. So, una is, itong x squared, e raised to 2x dy, which is this one, ito siya. Iniwalay natin. Next, yung napansin kasi natin dun sa equation natin, we have 2x squared minus 2xy. Ito siya. Plus 2x e raised to 2xy. Ito, pinagsama natin. So, times dx. So, kulayan natin. Ito yan. Tapos, ito siya. Green din yung color. Ayan. Pagkatapos, yung isang nasalit dito na negative 2x, hiniwalay na natin siya. Tsaka, hindi pala. Ang hiniwalay natin is 2e raised to 2x y dy. So, that is 2e raised to 2x. Ito. 2e raised to 2x y dy. So, ito yon. Ito siya. And next, we have yung 2e raised to 2x y squared. So, ito naman yun. 2e raised to 2x y squared. Ito, yung kulay blue. Ayan. Ayan. So, next na gawin natin is, tingnan pa natin ano pa yung pwede nating pagsama-samahin. So, itong buong equation na to, class, pwede nating tanggalin yung y. I-factor out yung y. Pag finactor out natin yung y in this whole equation, iba bang kulay yung pwede? Ito na lang eh. From this equation, wait lang, tanggalin natin para hindi kayo mahirapan. So, itong equation na to class, tinanggal natin yung, pinactor out natin yung y. Ito siya. Yun. And then, i-group natin siya kasama nitong x squared e raised to 2x dy. So, i-group natin sila magkasama. So, ito ngayon yun. So, we have x squared e raised to 2x dy plus y 2x squared e raised to 2x plus 2x e raised to 2x dx. Bakit natin pinagsama? O mamaya makikita natin. Next is, itong nasa kabilang side, ang ginawa natin is nilabas naman natin yung e raised to 2x dito sa side na to, nilabas natin. And then dito naman is yung y squared. Tapos, pinag-group natin sila. So, itong buong to, ito na siya. Ayan. So, ang hirap, ang sakit sa mata, tingnan, pero kung titingnan natin ng mabuti, binura ko ulit, itong nakagroup na to class, this is the this is the differential or the derivative of x squared e raised to 2x times y. So, ano to? Dalawang product rule mo yung gagawin. Product rule nito, tapos product rule nito. Ang kakalabasan class is ito. So, ganun din dito. In this case naman, isang product rule lang. E raised to 2x times y squared, kapag kinuha mo yung derivative niya, equal dito. So, therefore, exact integral sila. Pwede natin siyang palitan ng, for this one, we have d, tapos x squared. So, we have ito, d, x squared e raised to 2x, y, meron pang ano dito, ganyan, yan, minus d, e raised to 2x, y squared is equal to 0. So, pag titingnan natin, these are all directly integrable. So, integrate natin yan. So, maka-cancel na itong operations na yan. So, matitira na lang is yung nasa loob, which is x squared e raised to 2x y minus e raised to 2x y squared is equal to c. So, pwede nating ilipat sa kabila yung e raised to 2x by dividing the whole equation by e raised to 2x. So, nilipat lang natin sa taas, so kaya naging negative 2x. So, our general solution is y times x squared minus y is equal to ce raised to negative 2x. So, yun na yung final answer natin. Ayan. So, medyo mahirap talaga siya. But this question naman is very advanced talaga. So, pinakita ko lang yung worst na pwedeng tanong. Next, we have substitution suggested by the equation. So, to find some differential equation, so substitution may be done to make the equation integrable. So, this process is known as substitution suggested by the equation. So, like literal, tingnan mo yung equation, kapag ba nag-substitute ka dyan, magiging integrable siya. So, andito na yung medyo trial and error na yung gagawin natin. So, the substitution will depend on the equation in its terms, thus the process varies from one equation to another. So, the general goal is to make the equation integrable by substituting the terms of the equation. So, mag-example tayo para mas madali. But in this part, hindi na natin isosolve yung mga problem. Kasi nga, we will just have to apply substitution suggested by equation. But hindi na natin isosolve yung actual general solution. So, example, number 1, we have 2x minus y plus 1 dx minus 3 2x minus y dy is equal to 0. So, analyze lang natin yung circuit yung equation natin. Ang isang mapapansin natin na medyo obvious dyan is, meron kang 2xy dito, meron ka ring 2xy dyan. So, ang gawin natin class, let us let 2xy be equal to z. So, kung tatanggalin natin yung y, papalitan natin, itong equation na to, papalitan natin ng z. So, magiging tatlo yung, variable. So, para mabawasan, kailangan, pati itong dy na to, matanggal natin. So, paano natin matatanggal yung dy? Hindi, hanapin natin yung value ng dy. So, differentiate natin yung equation na to. We will have dz is equal to 2dx minus dy. Kunin natin yung value ng dy, pagpalitin lang natin to. We will have dy is equal to 2dx minus dz. So, pwede na natin i-substitute dito. So, pag sinubstitute natin, we have z plus 1 dx minus 3z times 2dx minus dz is equal to 0. Now, this resulting equation class can now be integrated. So, solve nyo na lang. Now, take note, kapag sinolve natin yan, ang kailangan mangyari class is ibalik pa rin natin siya dun sa original na variable niya. So, therefore, from this equation, kailangan mabalik natin siya dun sa original niya na variables. Okay, next. We have 3 plus x cosine y dx minus x squared sine y dy. So, aside from similar terms, we can also look for terms that have a relationship with each other. So, like ito, from the equation above, we have the quantity negative sine y dy. So, ito. Mapansin natin, meron ding cosine y dito. Alam natin class na yung cosine y, kapag dinerivative mo, it is equal to negative sine y dy. So, ang gawin natin, palitan natin si cosine y ng z. And since ang derivative ng cosine y ay negative sine y dy, palitan natin siya ng dz. If we substitute that, we will arrive class at 3 plus x times z dx plus x squared dz. So, this is now directly integrable. Again, as a reminder, after solving the differential equation, we must revert the equation back to its original variables by substituting the original functions to the equation. So, gamit to, ibabalik natin sa dati yung equation natin. Ayun. So, that is class how we use or how we solve for differential equations na yung method is not pre-identified. Now, if you are worried, kasi mahirap talaga, di ba, yung part na to, what you need definitely is practice. But what I can assure you is hindi naman to, hindi ako magbibigay ng sobrang mahihirap na problems about this lesson. In fact, baka hindi ako magbigay at all. Since yun nga, I just want na karon kayo ng glimpse, kumbaga, how we solve these kinds of problems. However, yun nga, in the future, I will be teaching you naman easier ways to solve these problems. So, enough na alam nyo kung paano siya gawin, but hindi naman kailangan na laging ito yung gagamitin nyo. Ayan, so that's it for our discussion in lesson 2.6.